In normal language, in everyday usage, we would say the pronoun refers to the noun that is immediate, mentioned, right? Is it possible this pronoun or this verb, which has the...
Simple question. What's
backbone and ribs got to do with sperm? Listen. You've misunderstood this already.
What's backbones to do with it? And ribs?
Who says it's to do with the sperm? Excuse me, sorry. Okay. Thank you. Okay. It's already been recorded. Right.
Yes.
Who do you think this refers to? Do you think this is referring to the man or to the sperm? You're assuming it's referring to the sperm, right?
Yes, emitted.
No. There are two statements. Let man think from what he's created from a fluid that is self-emitting,
yes,
and proceeding from. Now this proceeding, who does it refer to? Most people think it refers to the fluid.
Okay.
Is it possible it refers to the man earlier on?
The man?
Yeah.
Emitting from the ribs and backbones?
No, not emitting. Proceeding.
Proceeding what exactly?
Man. Comes out, draws forth. Yakhruju. Comes out, draws forth.
To be honest, I find it difficult to understand what backbones and ribs got to do with anything.
Wait. A woman is pregnant with a child.
Yep.
Is the child in between the backbone and the ribs during delivery?
No, it's in the womb. What's ribs got to do with anything?
Okay. Pinpoint to me in between the backbone and the ribs. Exactly. Pinpoint exactly. Imagine you're a woman. Now pinpoint to me exact position between the backbone and the ribs.
The backbone and the ribs?
Yeah.
Chest area, I'm guessing.
The backbone extends to how much? To your coccyx.
Of course, but...
Right. So why here? Why you're pointing there when the coccyx is still there?
Because the ribs stop here.
No, in between. Okay. So let me tell you about... Brother, 1 second. Do you understand what in between means?
In between,
okay. In between the sun and the earth.
Yes.
Pinpoint exactly where. Is it planet Venus, Saturn, Mars?
The sun.
Is it the moon?
All the way.
Could it be all of them? In between the sun and the earth, we have the moon, we have the Mars, Venus, Saturn, and so on. Yes. So can you pinpoint exactly what's in between means?
50%.
50%? Wrong. Is the moon in between the sun and the moon 50%?
No.
Is the Saturn 50%?
No.
Is the Venus 50%?
Saturn's, yeah.
So why do you assume when something is in between two things, it's in the middle? Why do you generate your own mistakes and then force them onto the Quranic text? Excuse me.
Ribs.
In between two things, it's not in the middle, is it?
Ribs.
Okay. Okay.
What's ribs got to do with anything?
In between you.
Why not the moon?
And that person over there. Who am I referring to?
Could be anyone.
Could be anyone. So why do you say 50% in the middle?
But why mention ribs?
Wait. Why mention ribs? It's not the question here. Your question is, you think the sperm comes from there, right? What I'm saying is that it doesn't say that.
My interpretation.
Okay, fine. It continues like this. I didn't say fine, I'm going to now make you understand this. It then tells you, look, surely Allah is able to bring him back to life. The pronoun is only here, رجعه, right? إنه على رجعه لقادر. This is a pronoun of ha damir, which is a pronoun. It doesn't say man there. So Allah is able to bring back who?
Who's he referring to?
According to you, it should refer to sperm, right?
Yes.
Because that's the closest noun that it mentioned.
I'm not sure who's referring to.
But why do they say it's referring to man, him? Why didn't it say it?
I don't know. No idea. I didn't write.
Then you need to understand why this became him. A pronoun that is used much later is now going back to the noun that is earlier mentioned. Let's understand this. Let think from where he's created from, right? So man is the noun, okay? We need to know where he's created from.
Yep.
Created from a fluid that is self-emitting and proceeds from. Okay. You think proceeds referring to the fluid, which is another noun. But the next verse goes on and saying, Allah is able to bring him back.
Yep.
So it should refer to the sperm. But the people are translating it referring to the man, which is the earlier pronoun. The first noun, man. And it goes on. Just to show you again. يَوْمَ تُبْلَى السَّرَائِرِ. That day, all things secret will be tasted. فَمَا لَهُ مِنْ قُوَّةٍ وَلَا نَاصِرٍ. he will have no power and no helper. فَمَا لَهُ. Lahu again a pronoun. Is that referring to the sperm or referring to the man?
Referring to someone.
It's referring to the same man here. So why do you have a problem that يَخْرُجُ refers to the man? Everything else refers to man.
Yep.
Everything else refers to man. And suddenly you have a noun that's immediate to يَخْرُجُ. You think it's referring to the sperm. Right?
Again, ribs and backbones. I mean,
Excuse me? During delivery, does the child come from this area? This area?
Ribs.
No, between. What's in between the ribs and the backbone? It's the whole abdomen, my friend.
He could have easily said the womb.
It's not about easily said the womb.
And not
Remember, you brought this up thinking. Wait a second. You brought this up. You brought this up thinking there was a mistake in there.
Yeah.
Now you're saying it could have been sent better. It's coming from the uterus. It's coming
from the head to the ankle.
Wait. Is there a scientific mistake? Is the question.
Could have been anything. I mean,
wait a second.
I should say the baby's emitted from the head.
Excuse me. It doesn't say baby's coming from the head, does it? It describes exactly where the baby is during delivery.
Could be anywhere in the body.
Is the baby in the head when it's being delivered?
In between the head and the ankle.
No, it doesn't say it in the ankle. It says clearly, it's clearly between that area.
I mean,
excuse me.
I can't refute.
You know what? You may be very young, right? You don't know where the baby comes from.
What?
What can I say? The baby is in mommy's tummy. And this tummy area is in between the ribs and the backbone, isn't it?
Ribs and backbone.
Man. Oh, now you think it's a sperm as well. What am I been explaining all that long?
Could you reread that?
Okay, I've just explained to you.
I'll come in late, so I would like to hear that again. That sounds confusing.
I am saying the pronoun that proceeds from refers to the man rather than the fluid.
What chapter is that? Just for me. My personal use.
86.
86.
Yeah.
Verse.
So you come 86. It's only a few verses, 17 verses all total. So now you realize you thought the Quran makes a scientific mistake when the Quran doesn't make a scientific mistake.
No, I didn't say that. It's just backbones and ribs and sperm and babies and.
Excuse me. If the baby comes from that area, do you have a problem?
Why can it not be womb instead of backbone?
Oh,
ribs?
so
that's the question.
Okay. So if the God describes to you in a scientific language saying it's actually coming from this scientific terminology, would you understand?
What?
Would you understand it?
What do you mean? Repeat. What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do I mean? Do you demand scientific terminology in the Quran?
No, the womb is a lot more descriptive than the backbone and ribs. It's a lot more descriptive.
So basically, no more scientific mistake, but now it comes to a better language claim. Previously, you were claiming that there is a scientific mistake. He explained it to you. Now you understand there is no scientific mistake. Now, basically, your argument is that it could have been put better in a better language.
Yes.
Is that what you are saying?
No. I will explain why it couldn't be put in a better language. Okay? So he's talking about the geometry of the human body. So the question is, where is the sperm coming from? It comes from the testes. If you want to look at the testes in a 3D geometrical form.
I explained that as a man rather than a testes, a sperm. So the interpretation was a man.
But the point is of the origin. The location of the origin is what is being questioned. Geometrically, he's saying that the scientific language does not refer to geometry correctly. It refers to geometry very correctly. You talk about three-dimensional cylinder. The front of the cylinder, the back of the cylinder. Where does the sperm originate? Front or back? Back. All right? Back. So there you are. Do we need to say more about that?
That's a strange analogy.
Is it? No, it's not an analogy. That was not an analogy. That was simply a statement about the geometry.
Are you saying that the baby itself is emerging between the backbone and the ribs?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Or the fluid?
I'm saying it's not the fluid.
I'm
trying to understand, because the Quran here says, so let man observe from what he was created.
Yeah.
He was created from a fluid ejected, emerging from between the backbone and the ribs. Yeah. So you're saying that the man, it's the actual
the verb yakhruju refers to which noun?